I mean, there's no comparison here. What's up, everybody? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Feife's Kitchen, where we're always cooking up new recipes and new videos for all of you out there who enjoy eating and watching videos about people making food that you can eat. So today, I'm doing something slightly different. How many times have I said that, though? How many times have I said today I'm doing something slightly different? Every single time for the last 4 times. Anyway, that's fine. So today, I'm not only making 4 different things, but I am also doing a comparison between 2 different things. Ooh, a suspense beswept the room. Okay, sugar substitutes. People know how unhealthy sugar is. People still use it, but they know how unhealthy it is. How unhealthy it is. So today we're going to be exploring 2 sugar substitutes and comparing them in a couple of recipes. So let's get right into it. So first, we're going to start with the basics. Price. The agave was $7.50 for 16 ounces, and the low glycerin sweetener was $5.59 for 12.34 ounces. So that means, little calculations, 9.50. That's $1.91 more for 3.66 ounces more. I'm going to keep a tally in my notebook. As of price, the DOLCEDI apple sweetener gets 1. For size, the agave gets 1. It's 1-to-1, people. Now, we're going to go back to my notes and express some other things. We have consistency. So, this consistency is kind of watery. It's almost water. I mean, like, look at that. Might make something like cupcakes or cake a bit too runny. This one is almost honey. Look at that thicker consistency. I personally like the thicker consistency. Storage. So this one you actually have to refrigerate. And who wants to have to refrigerate stuff? So I mean, like, that's another one for the DOLCEDI apple sweetener. As of consistency, also, that's another one for the apple sweetener. Because a thicker consistency, in my opinion, makes for a better thing. If you're making, like, cake or something, you don't want it to be, like, to be too liquidy, because then it won't cook quite right. Then we have amounts. Amounts I did. Okay, organic. They're both organic. This is non-GMO verified and USDA organic. This one is non-GMO, USDA organic, and it's a vegan product, see? I think we're going to have to give another point to the apple sweetener, just because of that extra, you know it's healthier, so. The serving size for the agave, they suggest 1 teaspoon per serving. But of the apple, the cherry, they suggest 1/2 of a teaspoon, which means it is more effective with less amount, which means even though this is bigger, this might sustain longer because this is not twice of the size of this. If you're using half for every serving, but this is not twice the size of this, then this will run out faster than this. That's another point for the apple. Right now, it's 5-1, guys. Agave's got to make a comeback. Now we're going to make some cupcakes, and we're going to see the consistency, the taste, and the color during the mixing. And after the baking, the look, the rise, consistency, and the taste. Looking at this, actually, though, it only has 5 calories. And calories for this one, it doesn't say. So, and I think for healthiness, I'm going to have to give them both a point. Going back, now, the taste test. Going to taste a tiny bit. Alright, you can see it's runny like water. See, like it's really runny. See that? But I'm going to give it a taste. Kind of has a, it tastes nice. Tastes nice. It tastes nice, but it has like this tangy kind of taste, like just a little, not as sweet as honey, and I think it has a little aftertaste. Now we're gonna try the apple sweetener. This is made actually strictly from just apples, like nothing else added to it. So that's definitely a plus. That thicker consistency, see it? Nice. It's actually clear, which means it might not change the color of the thing, which might be better. Taste-wise for now, I'm gonna have to give the apple sweetener another point, just because this tastes so much better. It doesn't have an aftertaste, but after you finish it, there's still a nice taste in your mouth, so it doesn't leave a bad aftertaste behind. This one does taste good, but this one tastes better, so I'm gonna have to give it another point. And now, our two things are 6-2. Now, as I usually do, we're gonna go through the list of ingredients for fluffy, nice, light cupcakes. Use this and use this. And we're gonna use it on the scale of honey. You know when you substitute honey for sugar, you put less honey? Because honey is sweeter than sugar. So we're gonna use that scale. So let's get right into it. For the cupcakes, you want 1 cup of sugar, which we don't have because, you know, that's the whole point of the video, right? Half a cup of unsalted butter. You want it kind of warm, kind of like there. And this butter that I buy actually has this scale on the back. See, look. 4 tablespoons equals 1/4 of a cup. And this is the tablespoons. Each one of this is 1 tablespoon. So that means all of this is 1/2 of a cup. So it's very helpful to scale, very helpful. 1½ cup of all-purpose flour. Right here, we have 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of baking powder, which we have both right here. 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 2 large eggs, 3/4 cup of milk, and 1½ teaspoon of vanilla essence. So, what we're gonna do is we need 2 bowls, which I'm gonna be right back and get. Oh wow, guys. Actually, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna split it in half. That's gonna make 18 to 20 cupcakes, but I want 9 or 10 cupcakes right now. So I'm gonna split everything in half. By the way, preheat the oven for like 10 minutes. Put it on 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe it is. Let's do this. So that'd be 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Now you have all your dry ingredients mixed together. I'm gonna start putting these guys back. Okay, well that made a nice beat. Okay, back to video. So now, you beat the butter and the sugar until light and fluffy. This is the part where I'm gonna have to get 2 different bowls. Now, since there's 2, we're gonna split the butter in half. There we go. Gonna warm the butter just a little bit, just so it has that thing, so, yeah. Perfect. 1 in each one. Yeah. There we go. Into the trash. And 1 in the other. It says a full cup of sugar. Since we're splitting that in half, that'd be 1/2 cup of sugar. Maybe we should put 1/3 of this and 1/4 of this. So each one is in, and now what we are going to do is take out our hand mixer and mix each one individually. Okay, guys, there's no comparison here. Look at that, and then look at that. I mean, this makes so much better. I'm gonna have to give the apple sweetener another point just because of that. That is so much better. The next step after beating them is you mix in the eggs. So 1 egg for each side. Egg here. Add vanilla extract and mix. A little pinch for each. Like, you can eyeball it now, so just like tiny bit, tiny bit. My sifter, now I'm gonna sift 1/2 of the flour in for each mixture. You know what's funny is we actually have a flour sifter that I'm not using, so I'm gonna go grab that and use that. Found it! Here's a flour sifter. just gonna start by adding and then we're gonna mix it properly. Using this to kind of blend it. And I'm gonna blend it for the other one too. Now we're gonna mix it. Next step, add the milk. Here we go. Okay, so now the mix has been added. Here they are. I'm going to show you both of them. This one and this one. It's not even moving. Okay, so now we're gonna taste. Remember, this is the apple one, this is the agave one. First, taste a tiny bit of the agave one. Not bad. I'd rate it a solid 7 out of 10. Solid 7 out of 10. The apple one. Me currently, I'd rate that a 9. For color, that's 1 point for each of them. Based on taste, it's another one for the apple one. But the consistency of the apple one seems a little too thick. So I might have to go for consistency with the agave one. So we're gonna put it into the cupcake tin tray and start cooking it. I put all the apple ones in. Now I'm gonna put the agave ones in. It's 9, so I just did more apple ones because apple's winning and it looks like it might take away the victory. But alright, people. We put all the agave and all the DOLCEDI apple sweetener things into cupcake tins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are apples. And 1, 2, 3, 4 are agave. Agave is much more liquidy, but the apple one looks thicker. Gonna put it in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes, and we'll see how this turns out. Now, to throw in a twist, baking is the most important. The product is the most important. So, whoever wins the cupcake battle gets 5 points. This may be the chance for agave to win or tie it up, or apple sweetener might just succeed way above it. So, we'll see. We're gonna put this in the oven. Remember my secret drink with apple cider vinegar, water, and honey? We're gonna try this today. But to add to the challenge, DOLCEDI drink versus agave. Now I'm gonna put the same amount into the water. But since this is double, we should actually put half of the amount. So we'll put a teaspoon of this, 2 teaspoons of this. No, wait. Give me a second. Wait, 3 teaspoons of this. 6 teaspoons. Yeah, I think. I'm sure. Alright, so I got my 2 glasses. Now it's time to put them to the test. Start with agave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 teaspoons in there. With agave. Now we have 3 teaspoons of the apple thing. Now, put same amount of apple cider vinegar. And add water to them. Alright, now, this one's apple, this one's agave. You can't really see a color difference, so I guess it's just about taste, right? I think I'm gonna have to choose the agave for this one. You know, I thought apple sweetener, apple cider vinegar is definitely gonna go better, definitely gonna win. But I don't know what about it is, but that blends better together. So that's a point for the agave. Agave might be making a comeback. Okay, people, I just went to quiz the rest of the crew, Mommy and Motmot. Motmot definitely agreed with me that the agave was much better, but Mommy actually thought that the apple DOLCEDI was better. So, but, I mean, 2-1, we're going with agave, so agave gets the point. I feel like I should give a point to, the apple for Mommy also, and a point to an agave for Motmot as well. Agave currently has 6, and apple sweetener has 10. Now, if agave can win the cupcake battle, it will take home the victory. But if apple DOLCEDI wins this one, it's over for agave. So we'll see. See you guys later. All right, guys, big reveal time. Whoa, ooh, 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 ooh. Guys. 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 I mean, there's no comparison here. These are the apple ones. These are the agave ones. What are these? And I thought the agave just tasted better with the apple cider vinegar. What is this? A deep fried ball of dough? I don't know. But these cupcakes, look at that. They look so good. So now I'm gonna put 2 on a plate and cut it open for you guys to see the inside. Look at how fluffy that is. Oh my goodness. It's like, look at that. Look at that inside. It's fluffy. But it's about taste too, right? Give it a taste test. That is good, guys. So spongy and full of goodness. I'm rating that a 9.5 out of 10. Forget 9.5, it's a 10 out of 10. Those muffins are good. Now, unfortunately, I have to taste the agave ones, guys. Agave is not for cupcakes. The taste isn't bad, but I mean the consistency is horrible. This test was good, and guess what? We're gonna taste yet another baked food. Get ready and stay tuned. Those apple cupcakes, they were fluffy. They were so spongy. Those agave ones, but there may be some controversy out there saying, yeah, but you didn't give it enough tests, you gave it too much tests, or blah, blah, blah. So to even the odds, we're going to make oatmeal cookies with agave versus apple sweetener. Since the apple sweetener won the baking, well, it is now 15-6. The apple sweetener is completely dominating this challenge, but let's still see, right? Let's still see. So we're going to make cookies, going to list the ingredients for the cookies, and we're going to get right into it. So for cookies, you've got 1 cup of unsalted butter, 2 large eggs, 1½ teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, and 3/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and 3 cups of oats. Now, I'm using old-fashioned rolled oats. Like, these are my favorite oats. They're really good. We're going to get right into making the cookies with these things. So first it says, add butter to the bowl and cream the butter. First we're going to melt it a little bit, then we're going to cream it. For this recipe, it's 1 stick per each bowl. Because, you know, I'm splitting it in half. By the way, oven should be preheated to 375, slightly different from the cupcakes. It's time to cream this butter. So now we have to add the sugar, but in this case, these. So since it says 1½ cups of sugar, we're going to put 1 cup of agave, ½ a cup of apple sweetener. Let's do it. And you also add the egg to the mix, and then mix that together. And each one is done. Now you add vanilla and set wet ingredients aside. Eyeball. Now I'm going to do the dry ingredient stuff in this bowl. So it says add flour, cornstarch, baking soda, salt, and cinnamon. How much flour again, people? 1 3/4 cups. Dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. But first we have to split it in half. But we can do that along as we go. This is the apple one. Nice. And now to do the agave one. Okay, I would have thought that the apple one would be thicker, but it looks like the agave one is thicker. So now we're going to do a quick taste test of the mixture. I like the way the ingredients blend together and the apple one. Currently, I'm preferring the apple one. Now, the last step would be to add in the oats mix. Then we mix that in. I want to give Agave a chance to win, so I'm going to say the winner of this round gets 9 points. This could be the chance for Agave to catch up, or Apple Dolcedi to be too far ahead to even look at. Alright, got my non-stick baking tray. Now I'm going to spray a little tiny bit of oil on it, just to be sure. Here, put it in the cookie mix. You don't look too different. See, this is the apple one, this is the, what's the space? Agave one, yeah. Okay, people, it's on the tray. This side is the apple one. This side is the agave one. So let's see when we put it in the oven how it turns out. Wow! Keep in mind the same batch. Look at that clear difference. Alright, I'm going to start with the fundamentals. This one kind of sinks when you touch it. This one is more like a cookie. See, when you touch it, it doesn't sink. These ones are easy slide. These ones aren't as easy slide. Wow, okay. These ones look more like cookies and these ones are more brown. Same cooking time, same oven. Now it's time for the taste test. Look at that. Nice and nice. This honey one, no, the apple one, sorry. Smells like a pretzel. Yeah, it does. Time for the taste. Look at that inside. Kind of stunk a little bit. It's still good. Let's try. Okay, now this one. Take a bit. Add inside. The sweetness I put inside isn't quite enough for either of them, but that is okay because still trial and error. I think this one, aesthetically, this one looks much better. Consistency-wise, I think this one's better. So I think I'm gonna have to give the 9 points to Agave. You know I made cookies, right? Now it's time for English tea time to make tea. Last thing, it's the tiebreaker. 1 point for this round. The 1 point will make all the difference. 1 point. Right, people, stay on your toes, stay tuned. All right, people, after a while I tasted both of them. And then I realized the honey one is so much better. The agave one is lacking taste. I mean, that is the worst thing you can say to a chef, that your food is lacking taste. But those agave cookies are lacking taste. They may look good aesthetically, but those honey ones have to take home the win. So, I mean, like, no tiebreaker necessary. Well, I mean, the apple sweetener wins by 9 points, people. 9 whole points. Wow, what a day. What a cooking adventure we had today. They may both be organic, natural sweeteners, but do you see this difference? I mean, it doesn't even look like it came from the same batch. Just changing that one ingredient. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming on this adventure with me today. Leave a comment down below if you disagree with me, if you agree with me, if you've tried either of these out to try to compare and contrast. Leave it down below, please. I want to hear you. We want to hear you. Please subscribe. Turn on those post notifications. Turn on those post notifications. Isn't that like real easy? So there's a bell, then you click it with your mouse. See? Done. Like this video. Share it with all your friends, family members. They can come see it. And please stay tuned for more Mommy and Mom Mod episodes as well. And I really love that thing you're wearing today. It looks really nice. It brings out your skin tone. Really nice. Have a nice day. Fefe's Kitchen out.